Hello there, this is Postdoc Chronicles week 115, and today we're talking about Pokemon Picross on the 3DS and Pokemon Picross on the Game Boy Color. Now, this game is curious right here because it was made in the 90s, but it was actually unreleased, and like they for some reasons they came back with the idea on Pokemon Picross. So I talked about Picross last week when I showed Piclohica Final Fantasy, which was of course using the same format, Picross, which is basically nonogram forming pictures out of a grid that looks like a cross between crossword puzzles and a Sudoku. And yeah, it's basically my favorite Pokemon spin-off as well, Pokemon Picross. You have a lot of Pokemon spin-off because I really love the main Pokemon games. Although I wasn't really amazed by the latest Pokemon on Sword and Shield, but I love the Pokemon series nonetheless. And then it has a lot of spin-offs like Pokemon, Mystery Dungeon, Pokemon Go, which again I don't like. You have things like Pokken and all these things, but my favorite spin-off is of course a Pokemon Picross because it's Picross is a very nice puzzle. Some puzzles, especially the 20 by 15 ones, can take you like up to 30 minutes to solve, and it's so much satisfying once you've solved it, and so it's very good. In Pokemon Picross, the unique thing about this is that you can use Pokemon, and then they have like different abilities that could help you solve different Picross, whether they could reveal tiles in a straight column or a straight row, or they can reveal tiles in a scattered manner, and then some can freeze time because there's like a timer, and then there are like missions where you have to finish this particular Picross for like within 5 minutes in order to unlock a specific Pokemon. And then so if you want to achieve that, you have Pokemons that can freeze time or that can slow time and stuff like that. And again, the collection aspect is here. Although I not all Pokemon in here, that will be a lot, but I think it has many. There must be like more than 300, and each Pokemon have their own Picross puzzle. So before you can even get a Pokemon, you have to complete its Picross puzzle, and then yeah, it has like a very nice pixelated Pokemon art style. And then when you're doing the puzzle, it doesn't look like any Pokemon that you know. But then once they colorize it and stuff like that, and then like this is Pikachu, and then you see it. And that brings me to the problem actually of Pokemon Picross on the Game Boy Color, and I think that's like one of the reasons why they canceled this game. So this game is actually unreleased. And you ask, why do I have it? It's because it surfaced on the internet like early this year, early 2020, I believe, around June or May or something like that. It leaked online, and it's basically a finished game. So I wonder why they didn't release it, and I believe one of the reasons is that when you're doing a Picross on a Pokemon Picross Game Boy Color, it's like they force the picture, like the pixel that you're doing doesn't really correspond to the Pokemon at all, or the object that you're doing. For example, one of the earliest puzzle is a Pokédex, and then like you have like in your Picross, like everything is filled with just a few rectangles that are empty, and then it zooms out. It's like they force the picture of a Pokédex on the figure that you drew, which is, I don't know, it's not convincing. They fix that in Pokemon Picross 3DS. In here, they don't do any editing or whatever. The pixel art that you're doing on the Picross is itself the Pokemon. So it's really very nice. But I'm still doing this because the Picross right here on Game Boy Color are really unique. And again, I love new Picross stuff. But anyway, let's go to Postdoc. Last week, the other week, I gave my QT update on the Dire and Vincia in Pythia within Athena. And in fact, last Thursday I was together with Giancarlo, brought me to this regular meeting that they do with the Pythia crew of Atlas, with the experts or the actual authors of the Pythia themselves. So I met the authors of Pythia, Dire, and Vincia, and then Giancarlo asked me to present the stuff that I presented for Atlas. And of course, not everything, because there are a lot of internal Atlas stuff that only Atlas members could relate to, but everything that I presented that has to do with the Pythia, that has to do with the Dire and Vincia validation, I presented it with them, and then I showed them, the plots, the plots that I obtained, where the plots I got when doing Vincia within 8.3 does not match the Vincia in the original 2016 paper. And then they gave their opinions about it, like what could be different. For example, first of all, like due to the corrections of MadGraph, because in the paper they used a MadGraph in within Athena, my qualification task is restricted to Pythia only. And then we're also looking at some possibilities. Maybe it's because of the tune. The tune I'm using is different with the tune that they have. So in fact, Giancarlo has a set of Yoda files that I'm gonna plot, this week, and then superimpose it with the plot I have and see if the expect percent difference from the tunes will be what we expected when we talk about the meeting. But it's really nice, to talk with these people that were there, that were actually experts in Pythia, and then they themselves, they said that they were really happy to look at these plots, like have someone external from the team to do a validation. It's really very useful to them, and then they're gonna share. Not all the Pythia authors were there, but they're gonna share it, to the other authors also, as well, of the Dire and Vincia. So that's what I've been doing, and then also I was still plotting the MUED. We're still scanning it while writing the paper, and then on the Maverick Top project, I also Deepak suggested maybe we try looking at the single production of the Maverick Top partner instead of TT, the pair production that I did, the capital TT bar and then the decay that we wanted. That's what I did initially, a pair production, and then Deepak said maybe it would be cleaner if we do a single production. So I did a single production, and indeed the plots that I was looking at, when I look at the delta R of the lepton jets, they look cleaner in a sense that you don't have to worry yourself about the two different paths, because if you have like two Maverick tops, then one would decay to its own lepton jet, the other would decay on their own lepton jets, and you have some combinatorics to do to make sure that you're looking at the particular lepton jet that you want. Whereas if it's only a single production, then you're sure that you're just looking at only this side will have a lepton jet, not this side. So it's, in that sense, it's cleaner. So I did that, and then I sent the event files over to Karine, the MS student who's gonna be doing the rest of the plot. So I think she's still working on it. But yeah, so far it's really moving along. But I believe, yeah, that's what I have so far. In our weekly meetings with people from Atlas in Florida, we're actually following a video lecture in YouTube on a supersymmetry lecture, and then there's like an archive lecture notes on it. So in fact, I'm gonna present tomorrow midnight when we meet again. But anyway, this has been Postdoc Chronicles week number 115. Thanks you for watching. I'll see you next time, and bye bye.